Hi, YouTube.
Hello and welcome. This is Tea Thursday, Week 3. And today we are talking about transpositive media. Let's get right into it. The first transpositive media that I want to talk about is the webcomic Questionable Content, specifically the character Claire Augustus. You might have read Questionable Content and not realized that Claire is a trans woman, and that is because it is mentioned maybe 5 times. And we're talking a webcomic that is still running that has 5,835 pages as of this video. So
it's the One Piece of webcomics, is what you're saying.
I don't know, because One Piece had an endpoint in mind. I'm not sure.
Fair.
I'm not sure that Questionable Content has an endpoint in mind. If this was strip 1, I would say that she is the main character's girlfriend, but the main character kind of stopped being the main character around strip 1,000 or so. It became much more of a ensemble effort. But I like that this character is trans, but it's not a big deal. It is in no way a focus. As a matter of fact, I can't name a single difficulty that she has faced in
Actually, kind of shocking and impressive.
In being trans. So that is Questionable Content. I would really like to link you some pages that include the character Claire Augustus, but unfortunately, as of this video, Questionable Content is down and has been down for a little bit. So what I'm linking instead is a link to her page on the Questionable Content Wiki.
Fair enough. My first transpositive media is Wandering Sun, or Horo Musuko. It's like I think 11 or 12 episode anime, featuring a trans boy and a trans girl as they enter, I think, middle school, I think 5th grade. And so puberty's coming up, and they're worried about how that's going to change how they can present. The main character is the trans girl, Nitorin, and overall she's handled really well. Her crush and friend is the trans boy, Tatatsuki, and he's not handled quite as well. But overall, I think the anime still has relatively good transpositivity. And there's also a trans woman adult who's kind of their mentor, which is kind of cool to see, like, at least like from their point of view, you can grow up and still be yourself, which I thought was a really interesting point to have in the manga. But yeah, it's not very long. There is a manga. I haven't read it, admittedly, but the anime is not very long. It's very pretty, very watercolory, and maybe you should read the manga.
And we're going to link something for that, right?
I think CrunchyRoll has it. Yes, CrunchyRoll has it. If you don't have CrunchyRoll, I'm sorry. Neither do I. I watched it a long time ago. But you might be able to find the manga on a legit site somewhere. Again, I haven't read it. I don't know. But it's definitely it's worth looking for. It's like I said, not very long, so it's worth the watch.
The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the webcomic Khaos Komix by the artist Tab Kimpton. It features a trans boy named Tom and a trans girl named Charlie. And once again, their transness is just taken as another aspect of their character. It's just the way they are. For a link, I have a great page in the comic where it includes 3 characters. It includes Tom, the trans boy, and Alex, his boyfriend, and Tom's mother. And Tom's mother first makes sure that Alex does not understand Spanish, and then reminds Tom in Spanish, "You might be a man now, but that doesn't mean you can't get pregnant."
And preg. You heard it first here, guys. I think I broke him.
Are broken. Anyway, it is so cringy and so perfect. Speaking of cringy and perfect, you wanted to talk about something related to that?
Paranormal Park. It's based off the Deadlandia comics by Hamish Steele. The cartoon is on Netflix. And the main character, Barney, is a trans boy. He faces some struggles, mostly interpersonal from what I've watched so far. Kind of dealing with his own internal insecurities and anxieties about being trans and how that will affect things, and his family not being 100% getting it, and trans problems. But it's also not treated as a huge deal. Like, he has friends, he has his dog, he has a job, he has a crush, which is what we're going to be looking to, is a song about how he has this crush. There's this very high school crush on this other guy who works at the park.
Oh, yes. Very
high school. It's very high school.
Very not middle school, not adult. If you have ever been to high school, you will recognize
the high school of it all.
This crush, yes. It's beautiful.
It's perfect. Do you have another one?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the video game Cyberpunk 2077. Specifically the character Claire Russell. No relationship to Claire Augustus that I am aware of.
Okay, so any trans Claires out there, I'm running a survey. Do you exist?
The game is not perfect in its trans representation, but I would argue that the character, Claire Russell, is done very well. She is a bartender at the Afterlife, the in-game bar that all of the cool mercenaries frequent. And you would never know that she's trans unless you take her side quest line, which is titled "The Beast in Me." So if you do embark on that side quest, you'll find out that she is trans and that she had a boyfriend before her transition. And
apparently he was very supportive.
And he was very supportive. Even got her flowers while she was in the hospital for one of her transitioning surgeries.
Okay, quality dude.
And unfortunately, he also had a thing for illegal street races where the participants are encouraged to shoot at each other.
I take it there's no referee.
Wouldn't it be weird if there was?
It would.
Shooting below the belt. 30-second penalty. So anyway, the quest line involves a series of these street races, and the big decision that you have to make at the end is: are you going to win the race and unduly annoy Claire because she didn't really care about winning the race? She cared about getting revenge on the man who killed her husband. Or are you going to confront him with her, and you can either choose to talk her down or let her kill him. I personally chose to talk her down because I kind of feel like if you're participating in
Shooty McRacy.
Shooty McRacy. I hadn't thought of calling it that, but yes, that is the official name now, Shooty McRacy. If you are participating in Shooty McRacy and you happen to die, that is kind of something that you knew might happen, and killing someone years later over one of those deaths just doesn't seem worth it. But anyway, whether you let Claire kill the man who killed her husband, or whether you choose to, in effect, spare him, you get the same prize, which is a armored truck that hits 100 miles an hour on a straightaway and has a trans pride flag on the bumper.
Love to see it. And then you had a honorable mention, I think, right?
Oh my
She-Ra?
gosh, yes. Yes, I did. When I was growing up, I watched She-Ra with my sister. So when She-Ra and the Princesses of Power came out on Netflix, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that that was going to be something that I watched, because it was a way to honor my sister. So I did watch it, and I managed to goad Dameron into watching it. So it's very queer positive, and the reason it's only an honorable mention is that the character Perfuma was designed by a trans person and was supposed to be a trans woman in this person's design notes, but those design notes never quite made it to the script. The showrunner has said that it's a cool idea, but it just never quite made it to a script.
Shame. That would have been good.
It would have been good. Now, for a link to She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, unfortunately, you cannot watch it on Netflix anymore because it is no longer there. However, there are other platforms you can watch it on. For money. For money, yes.
I mean, Netflix is also money. But, yeah.
But it's little money.
Yeah.
I think Netflix is worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was Tea Thursday, week 3. If you liked it, feel free to like it. Feel free to comment. If you really liked it, feel free to subscribe. As it is right now, we have 0 subscribers, which means you could be subscriber number 1. Yay!
Fanfare.
See you next week.